I always like to use reference to my own mom who, didn't consume cannabis for 20 years. And if she goes into a store, she doesn't need to be sold a 35% THC, infused joint. Like my mom needs something with, 1-to-1 CBD or even, a stronger CBD ratio, 2-to-1, and something that's very, very minimal compared to what somebody else who's a regular consumer coming in. And with data, there's ways that budtenders can have that information at their fingertips. And they can actually use that to then create a much better, more home experience for the customer when they shop. So they feel like the retailer that they're going to actually understands them. And so I think data is the only thing that allows for us to be able to get to that point. There's so much out there. I think in so many markets, almost every ID is being scanned. We make a pledge never to sell that data, never to monetize that data, but rather just to create tools that are going to help customers have better experiences with it.
Yeah, and I think a lot of that too is nuance. Each individual has a different endocannabinoid system. Each product is slightly different. So for us to give blanket recommendations for unique experiences, I think is underservicing the entire industry. And it's part of the problem with legitimization is that if people can't trust the products that they have, health and safety standards are paramount, absolutely. But it also is that this is a psychosomatic product. It is heavily influenced on the experience that you have through the buying process. It's heavily influenced on the experience that you have in the consumption process, and then the experience after consumption. All of those roll into what my overarching thought is on the cannabis space and cannabis products in general. To West's point, winning at that first experience is paramount for trust in especially the cannacurious, especially in nascent markets. If my grandmother, like West's mom, if my grandmother came in and she bought cheetah piss, I would keel over and die, right? That is a naming convention that she ain't going to buy. More importantly, if it was labeled as an indica and she was told by a bud tender that it would make her go to sleep, and she's got anything like the biochemistry that I have where THC is a natural stimulant, and I need something higher in linalool to be able to actually relax because I'm a crazy person and hyperactive, that if she then had the experience where she's awake until 2 a.m. with her mind racing because she's super high because it was too strong and not the format that she needed, we've lost that customer. More than likely, we've broken the trust in the retail provider that provided the product. That brand might be dead to her. More than likely, in a nascent market too, the entire industry is dead, right? For that individual. We've lost that cannacurious customer. It's different than it was back in the 60s and 70s for the older customers for sure. And products are constantly changing, getting crazier naming conventions. How can we service them in a way that they're used to, that they'll trust going forward?